Good morning and welcome to another National Garden Service training video. My name is Sam Wood and I'm here in our beautiful Billings division to walk you through another step-by-step training video on our new merchandising app, GoSpotCheck. In this video, we will be covering the mission of the shrink report in GoSpotCheck. Our shrink report will be utilized in this app when throwing away, disposing of, or marking down product on your porch. Please be sure to walk through the process correctly while on your porch, logging all the information correctly of the product you are disposing of and or marking down of the SBT product you are handling. This does not go for any PO product on the porch, only SBT product. For those of you that have worked with us before in Repsy, you'll be familiar with these protocols and this process of the shrink report. For those of you that are new, please sit back and enjoy the video. If you have any questions afterwards, please always reach out to your team leads and or division manager for any answers or clarification you may need regarding the shrink report in GoSpotCheck. Let's go ahead and hop into it. And we are now in our new merchandising reporting app of GoSpotCheck. As you can see, we are currently on the home page, but we will go ahead and hop into places, into the store we are currently servicing to start our shrink report mission. Today, we will be walking through how to log a singular quantity of a UPC as a shrink report, multiple quantities of the same UPC as a shrink report, and also logging a markdown in a shrink report. Please also note that this year with the GoSpotCheck shrink report, you are only able to log one UPC per shrink report submission. You cannot log multiple UPCs in the same shrink report submission, so please be sure to coach your teams on this and understand this as you're going through and logging shrink report submissions. And I will show you what this means later on. But let's go ahead and log a singular quantity of a singular UPC. We will go ahead and tap into our shrink report and we will start our mission. Once the mission has been started, we will enter, scan, or find the product we are trying to submit. There are two ways you can go about this. You can key search the product by supplier and by name, or if you want to cancel out of that, we will hit the bottom right hand of our screen and open our scanner and scan the UPC of the product that we are entering or disposing of. You will then enter the price with a decimal point, the quantity you are throwing away of, and the reason for. The products that I will be using today are not some that I would usually throw away, but this is just for example, so we will be choosing plant past its prime for the reason for today. But as you can see, and as you are working through your stores, please use the reasons for as you are needing to on your porch. Whatever the reasons may be, please be sure to use the correct ones. But today we will use plant past its prime. Once we've selected that, we will be moving on to our photos section. If you've worked with us in the past through Repsy and other disposal forms, you know that we always have to submit required disposal photos. If you have a singular quantity, I will show you how those photos will be taken. If we have multiple quantities, I will show you how those will be taken. We will never take disposal photos or markdown photos of products sitting in shopping carts or on rolling racks. It always needs to be presented on the pavement on your porch so we can show the issues being seen firsthand. So let's go ahead and get into the photos. As you can see, it describes what kind of photos need to be taken, how they need to be taken. So please take a photo over the top of the plant, which we will do. Submit. Please take a photo of the side of the plant. Submit. And then please take a photo of current UPC. Once we have those three photos, we are done with our shrink report submission for this singular product. We will hit done, back, done again, and we will go all the way back out to this menu to where we can answer, is this a markdown? It is not a markdown, so we will hit no, and then we will be allowed to submit our shrink report. Once you hit submit, you will see this mission submitted notification. Once you see that, your shrink report has been submitted. Now we will go ahead and walk through how we will submit multiple quantities of the same UPC in the same shrink report mission. So let's hop back into the mission. We will go ahead and find that same product. I will key search this one. The current price is $16.99 with a decimal. We're going to be using 3, so we will put 3 in there. And this time we will be going with weather damage. So let's say some frost hit our product overnight. They weren't covered and we've lost them in the morning due to some frost damage and they're not looking too great. So weather damage is the reason for it. And now we will get into our photos. Photos from over the top. Submit. A photo from the side of the plants. Submit. And then since we have 3 of them in front of us, we're only going to need 1 UPC photo. So I'm just going to grab one of these. Photo of the UPC. Submit. And once those are all submitted, we are done with logging these 3 quantities of the same UPC. We will hit done, done, right back out to tasks. These are not going to be markdowns, so we're going to hit no, and then we will hit submit. Once again, once you see the submission notification at the top, mission submitted notification at the top, you have logged your shrink report. Now, let us walk through a quick markdown. I'll be using 2 different UPCs for this just to showcase how the markdowns will work, and we will walk through that as we go through. But we're going to go ahead and click back into our shrink report and begin this markdown process. So we're going to start a mission, and we're going to use the same product we've been using so far. Freedom Farms 2-gallon kiwi. Total price is $16.99. Quantity will be 1. Now, choose the reason for will be price reduced. Once we have the price reduced, we will do our photos per usual. Over the top, submit. From the side, submit. And of the UPC. Submit. Oh, and submit. Now, once we go back all the way out to the tasks menu, we will answer the markdown question. Please note, the only markdowns we will be doing with SPT product are through the partners that have agreed to the SPT markdown system. These will be the ones that you are provided stickers for, and we will reference their cheat sheets and mark them down as they have directed us. So when you have a markdown of, let's say, an annual or a perennial, and you want to take it from, let's say, $16.99 down to $14.99, this is what we would do. We will scan the product as it sits there, and then when you get to this question, is this a markdown, you will hit yes, and you will scan the new sticker that you will be putting on the product. I'm just going to walk through a quick visual of this with a different product. It is an arborvitae also from Freedom Farms, but it just gives you a quick visual of how the markdown system works when you will have those proper stickers from your suppliers. So we will hit select. We will go ahead and type in our Freedom Farm keyword, if I can type, and we will choose the arborvitae mix. The new price will be the price that is listed on the new sticker that you are stickering on your markdown product. And we are going to say, so this was $16.99, it'll be $10.99 is the new markdown price. Once that is done, we will hit done, done again, back to the tasks menu. And as you can see, our product is scanned in. It is marked as a markdown, and we will have our new sticker, UPC, and price submitted as well. Once you have all that information, we will hit submit. And our mission has been submitted as a markdown. Now, for the final step of this new process in GoSpotCheck with our shrink reports, we will once again cover you can only submit 1 UPC per shrink report submission. So, if we tap back in, we will start a new mission. We will continue to use the same Freedom Farm kiwi. Enter the same information with our quantity. Let's say broken or damaged container, which it's not, but just for example. We will get our pictures, submit, submit, and of the UPC, submit. Now, once we've done that, like I was saying, you can only submit 1 UPC per report. So if you hit this plus bottom in the bottom right, and you're like, oh, I also need to get rid of an anti-mass pansy bowl. Oops, you can't pick more than 1. So once you have submitted a UPC, if it has multiple quantities, please be sure to include all the quantities in the quantity section, also in your pictures. But once you've submitted a singular UPC, you must submit this report before you can submit any other UPCs for disposal or markdown. So we're going to hit out of the tasks, It is not a markdown, it's a throwaway. This is the single UPC we can submit because it's the single quantity I have. I'm going to hit submit, and this submission has been reported. Once again, this is how what we will be utilizing for all of our SBT markdowns and disposals this year. Please be sure you are gathering the correct information of the correct supplier, the correct quantities and price, and always posting proper pictures of anything you are marking down and or throwing away. Now, I'll see you guys back on the porch. Hey everyone, thanks again for watching that quick tutorial video on how we're going to be using our shrink report in GoSpotCheck. Like I said, should you need any clarification or help with using GoSpotCheck and using this new process, please always reach out to your team leads and DMs, and they will get with you and work with you through this new process. Let's have another great season with National Garden Service, and good luck to everybody out there. Thanks for watching.